Good afternoon. We are here at 1819 Arroyo to show you the house. So this one, I'll show you a little bit around first and then I'll take you inside. So the front of the house faces south, rear of the house faces north, and then it is currently listed for $222,500. It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2-car garage detached. When you are looking to the west, sorry, you don't get to see the mountains today because it is so cloudy, but we are about 3 blocks from the state fair. So there's going to be 2 or 3 weekends that it is going to be really crazy around here. There's going to be quite a bit of foot traffic, lots of cars parked. But other than that, for the remaining amount of the year, should be pretty quiet. Here is the front of the property. You have little aspens here. Aspens are beautiful, but just a reminder, they are very much attracted to water. So they kind of sprout and have trees everywhere. Here is a little bit of lawn on this side. It is a nice corner lot. So you can see here, and then these tall things, not sure what they are. They're not corn, they're kind of like a bamboo maybe, but they are definitely very tall and providing extra things. Here's Van Buren Street. And then your garage is actually going to be on this back side here. So this is going to be your driveway. It's on the back side of the house. You can kind of see the garage there. So I'll show you a better view of that. But you have a big double gate here. I have the house is worth about $225,000. Taxes last year on it was just over $1,000. It was built in 1918. I have the roof was done in 2021. And the furnace and electrical upgrade was done in 2012. This house does have central AC, which is fantastic. And that is what I got. So let me walk back around here. The exterior looks like it was recently painted. There is a tiny bit of chipping paint just in the very front. That tells me, just on this lower step here, that may need to be fixed per FHA requirement. But it looks pretty good. This wood here looks like they put some sort of deck paint on it. It's textured, but it's not actually Trek deck, but it kind of looks like it. It's just wood that's painted, but it does need repainting probably soon-ish. Here's your little porch. It's pretty secluded. You could put like a cute little shade on this end and it would feel really quiet. Love this little window. We are gonna step inside. Ooh, sorry. Not realize I was gonna slam. Alrighty, so when you walk in, there is recessed lighting all the way throughout the entire house. Newer LVT flooring. You can kind of see they have like a little sectional here and a little chair. Here's their TV. Can I give you an idea? And you can see straight into the kitchen. This little bar situation that they have right here is not part of the kitchen. It's separate. It's like a little separate table. But it looks really close to the countertop actually. So it almost looks like part of it, but it is not. Also, I forgot to mention that the seller is wanting to get rid of the furniture. So if you happen to like this house and want to write an offer and you like some of the furniture and things, then let me know and we could also make that in a separate bill of sale is kind of how we would do that. So you have your kitchen, but first I'm going to take you to the bedrooms. There is a bit of a dip just off of the living room here into the bedrooms. It's pretty slight, but you definitely feel this is the center of the house. and that's kind of where there's just a little bit of a bow there. Here's the updated vanity. Shower tub combo. I like that this house feels old, but kind of has some of the updates, like the nicer flooring, but the exterior of the house definitely says that it's, you know, older. So I like that, and just some of their little decorations. So to give you an idea, this is a queen size bed in here. They have this cool little dresser thing, curio cabinet, and then also as an office. They just have a curtain over the closet space here. But a pretty big closet space. Sorry, I'm trying to show you everything and hope the kiddo doesn't knock the phone out of my hand. Off of the first bedroom, for reference, there's the kitchen, living room, bathroom. We're going to go to the left. This is your primary bedroom. Same thing, you have a queen size bed. There is a nightstand on either side of the bed. You've got little dressers, a little makeup desk thing, and a wardrobe. The carpet in this room looks to be in decent condition. It is a little bit trafficked by the door, but you know, we could either ask for some sort of flooring allowance or maybe even have them just professionally clean it as part of our inspection items. There is multiple windows in this bedroom. And then here is the closet. It's a nice little walk-in. That's that cute little window that is facing the front porch. You have your attic access, but pretty sizable. Most of the windows, I believe, were vinyl, yes. They're not a super new vinyl, but they are vinyl, which is good. This bedroom's pretty square. The primary suite is more like a rectangle. All right, we are back in the main space, again, from a different angle. You can see the space here. You can see that this is not actually attached, it is separate. You have your black dishwasher, your fridge, microwave, and electric oven. These countertops, I think they were laminate and they painted them is kind of what it looks like to me. Because the finish on them is kind of funky and I don't really think I've seen that before. So again, I'm going to call that, bless you, I'm going to call that paint. Along with the cabinetry, like they definitely painted these. Just cute little backsplash. The cabinets, I will say, are nice wood cabinetry. They're not that like cheap, generic base cabinetry that we're seeing in a lot of the flips right now that you can get from Home Depot or Lowe's. You have a big vinyl window here that faces west. This fridge is kind of in an awkward spot. It sticks out into this doorway quite a bit, but it's not impossible. Also, maybe you could squish it back a tiny bit depending on the cord situation. But back here you have your little irrigation system. More of that countertop with the matching cabinetry. Oh, man. Oh. And then behind this bifold that is in this room, here's your stackable washer and dryer. And then you have a little half bath right here. Definitely a tight space. Rowan, be a guinea pig. Rowan's on my hip, so you can kind of see, but it's like right there. You can almost touch it. And then there's your vanity, which is my butt is up against. So it's pretty tight in here, but could be a nice little half bath. There is a doggy door. We're going to head to the backyard real quick, and then I will take you to the basement. So here is the backyard. This is facing west. And then the majority of the backyard actually faces north. It does not look like there is an irrigation system back here from what I can see. Oh, I lied. There is. But the lawn just isn't kept up back here. It's a cute little paver patio. There's your sewer clean out and then your AC unit. Looks like you do have a few metal windows on the back here. This, if I had to guess, was an addition at one point. Your fence looks pretty solid all the way throughout. It's a 6-foot wood privacy fence. You do have a 200 amp panel. As I mentioned, I cannot get that open. It was updated fairly recently. Jordy will probably be able to point out these plants and tell me what they are, because I have no idea. They kind of look like just a bamboo to me. And there's a few rose bushes and a little tree back here. They have a little chicken coop. And yes, you can have chickens. You just can't have a rooster. And then here is your 2-car garage with their like tool things and the cabinetry. You could fit a car in here. By the way, this is currently situated. Not 2, just 1. If you were to keep the cabinetry and countertops and things in here still. It smells like this was the smoker hangout area. And then off to the side is this neat little workshop. Our guy's a painter. But pretty cool little workspace area slash crafting slash, situation for Jordy's gardening. So that could be really neat. Back of the house, roof looks to be in pretty good condition. I'm not seeing any concerns with the foundation out here. Back inside, there's that bifold door for the bathroom / laundry space. And then here is that countertop. We're just gonna lock that. And we are headed downstairs into the basement. They have some laminate flooring. This second stair down definitely slants a little bit. Ooh, did I bunk ya? Here is a General Electric panel. If I had to guess, this was the original panel that they now kind of use as a sub panel. So if I had to bet, the panel that's outside more than likely has a ton of extra space in it. Here is this little area. So as I mentioned, this is definitely going to be the addition. So this wall was probably the previous exterior wall. So the bathroom, this little entrance area, all of that was an add-on. And then this was the original crawl space access that was from the exterior that is now on the interior. I'm not too sure what this box is. I know that's the pop out that's in the half bath. So I'll have to look because I thought the tub was right there. But I will look one more time. Alrighty, down here. Looks like your hot water heater was done in... Sorry, I'm trying to find a date here. It doesn't look super old. It's a 40-gallon. And it looks like it is a 2013. Oh, looks to be in really good condition though. You can see he's kind of got like he's just using it as storage down here. This is that main beam. This is where I'm able to feel kind of this main beam just right in front of the bathroom door that I kind of pointed out. Your furnace looks to be in great condition. It is gas. You have your AC condenser pump there. Your plumbing is all PVC from what I can see. Foundation looks to be in pretty good condition. I'm not seeing anything that's concerning there. Your electrical is updated. Let me see if I can turn on the light here. Looks like he's using this as some sort of little computer area. There's kind of a little hump here, and then it goes down into this area. Again, this long thing is your dryer vent. So I can tell you that that will be a concern during your inspection. They're probably going to recommend some sort of dryer vent box because the dryer lint cannot push out all of that situation. You do have a little bit of cast iron plumbing. Your water looks to be copper lines. You have your main shutoff there. Trying to see what else I can see in here. The foundation looks like there's been parts that have been reinforced. You just have a lot of ductwork back over there. And storage. So yeah, there's all that. Alrighty. So overall, I would say that the house is super cute. It does have a lot of potential. Definitely not as roomy as that one on Wabash. I can definitely feel a difference in square footage for this one. It does concern me, the foundation. Just after seeing some of the way that they have kind of like restructured or tried to resituate some of the things down there, looks a little bit weird to me. So I would definitely recommend getting this one checked out by a structural engineer. I know one here in town, I think she charges like $200 for it. So that would be part of your inspections that I would highly recommend doing if you were going to do it on this house. Just because, yeah, that looks a little weird down there. But other than that, I mean, I'm not seeing a whole lot else that you'd have to do. But, again, to give you an idea, so that high spot is right here. And that's where I was seeing that main beam. Your furnace, your return vent is underneath this thingy, so your furnace is right about here, just below me. But where I'm seeing all the weirdness is right underneath the TV stand. So that's where in that back corner he kind of had like a computer setup situation, or they did. But there was like some cinder blocks and some wood that didn't really look, it looks kind of haphazard, I guess is the word that I would use. So that's really the biggest concern that I would have. And then like I said already, I know that that dryer vent would be called out by my inspector for sure. So past that, otherwise I think it's pretty cute. Let me know what you think.